Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm doing some work in Shapelab and showing you what I kind of call my bodging style. Just the way I work is sort of loose and rough, but it works. We end up with figures that we print out for our games, and yeah, hopefully this is helpful to some people, and I'll try to identify particular tips that I think might be useful. I come back to the posing. Got a classic dungeon base here. Left flick to just undo that maneuver. Let's try a cylinder shape for this guy. Yeah, this is not quite right. I like the pull tool just to... Okay, what I'm now going to do is just take all this lot and export it as an STL so I can bring it back. So I'm going to export just the selected only as an STL into my Dropbox. I find Shapelab really easy to use. So far I've made a set of monsters that I'm happy with. Right, so, and as they're an STL, they just need to be broken up. What am I doing, Ross, there? Right, let's grab some of that fur. My attempt at fur. Okay. So it may not be very easy to break all this up, so often I will just go to the masking tool, just paint that. And it's amazing how Shapelab runs so well on my 12-year-old computer. It was a good computer at the time, but still 12 years ago, and runs great. Now we separate. Okay, so now I have this whole piece, and this is some other piece that I'll come back to. So if I wanted to sort of put these over his back, ooh, undo, move that, didn't want to. And I'm just going to start cloning that to build it up. Yeah, for me, it just feels the way I would work with clay a lot. The pulling and the pushing, and well, with amazing superpowers because of the things we can do. All this stuff we print out for our games. 3D printers, it ends up about that big, kind of. So you got to remember that, even though it looks a bit, often will look strange, you know, by the time it's that small, it sort of works. So what I'm going to do is just actually use this a lot, clothing-ish, and straighten it up. We tend to make the blades much thicker. It's called like hero scale, I think, so that they don't just snap. I know if you do a voxel remesh, you could blend these two bits perfectly together, but once again, I just get them roughly right. By the time it's printed as a tiny figure, you won't see any of that. So yeah, some interesting stamp tools. If I was to take this and kind of just wedge it in there, if I press, I can invert it by pressing my thumb on that button and just, let's make it smaller, stick it in and do a punch. Probably need to select the helmet. Yeah, kind of works. Thanks for watching. This has been quite a rough workflow process, and hopefully I'm going to improve, learn about filming, and useful little things that I've learned along the way.